Smash that button. Let's get it in. Sidetrack. Let's not get sidetracked. Smash that button. Smash that button. Cortland Ross, Dickie Foster, Jolin, what up, brother? South Georgia Combine, salute. Ghostface, salute, brother. Hey, we up in here, man. Smash that button. Attack of the grifters. The grifters are back. Hey, Eclectic, man. Salute to you, my brother. We here. We here. We got to get it in, man. You know, we ain't going to get too animated on this one, just to, you know, point out some stuff. At least the cat don't got his tongue, you know. For a second there, I didn't think he was going to say anything. You know, ever since we asked about that wire up under that car, I mean, it ain't really been too much of a response going on. You know, I don't know what's going on. Maybe some of y'all could explain that to me. I really don't know. You know, we got a fraud in the community. You know, there's a lot of fraudulent activity going on, y'all. I think you guys want to grab a seat and see what's going on, you know, straight up. It might be something you can grab a seat on. Wake and bake. Smash that like button. You know what it is. You know how we bring it every time. You know, we're not coming up here playing. We're not coming up here without the receipts. Right? Dudes running around saying people's calling the police and everything. You know, I mean, let's be real, man. Because calling the police on somebody, that's a real serious offense in this. I mean, in any game you play, you know, you calling the cops on people, that's a very serious offense, fellas. Just want everybody to know that. Just in case some of y'all was thinking about trying it, or, you know, I don't know. I don't know, right? So it's been a lot going on. It's been a lot going on lately. I just been kind of ducked off in the back fade and just, you know, just checking it out for what it is. You know, I mean, of course, I don't, it ain't no sweat off of my back. What happens if people want to still deal with rats? You know, all I could do is bring it to your attention. there is a unbelievable amount of dudes that will still support something like this, because at the end of the day, they're not 1,000 either, right? I don't want to fuck with nobody that's 900. I want somebody that's a whole 1,000. You know, good enough isn't good enough. You got to know that, y'all. You got to know that when you're putting your dogs together, everything you got going on, it just ain't good enough, man. King Dutch Kennels, what up, brother? K-Son Pate, what up, brother? Salute everybody in the building. Get in the building. Attack of the grifters. The grifters have been coming out to grift, and the verdict says that Sabre 2000, this so-called Waccamaw dog that everybody be talking about, well, not everybody, just one clown talks about, and whoever got a dog off of them, you know, and we can name one dog, man, that's in the top 5,000 kennels, you know, we would give him an award today, but there's not. Anybody that fucks with this bloodline, you haven't been seeing no good success at all. It ain't been nothing that you could talk about, man. Right? And we want to know what happened. You know, we want to know, you know, these documents and everything, you know, everybody, you know, we want to know, man, why this paperwork got voided. Why is everybody that has one of these dogs off a Sabre 2000 fake dog? Earl Busbee, your days have been numbered, Earl Busbee. Douchebag Earl Busbee, the guy that kicked the wire under the car, is now coming out saying that people's telling all this stuff, jumping right over the fact that as a community, we don't want to hear anything else from you. I thought we made that abundantly clear. Maybe we didn't. Okay, maybe we didn't. Okay, salute everybody. Janae Johnson, 3,800. Salute everybody in the building. Smash that like button. Let's get it in. We're going to, you know, I want this one to get out here for the Waccamaw lovers, the guys that tried to give him a chance. Well, you need to be calling him up right now and asking him, why did his paperwork get voided? Why is this dog fake? Why did you hang the papers on it? Why did you get caught for hanging papers? Who gets caught for hanging papers? I'll wait. Who gets caught for hanging papers? Come on, man. I heard you in your video. You said, "Oh yeah, I'm not gonna register with Bonafide Kennel Club. Fuck Bonafide. I'm not gonna register with Bonafide. I'm registered with ADBA." I don't know, man. I think ADBA voided you too, buddy. What are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do? I don't know what you're gonna do. What are you gonna do now? I know there's a lot of guys that got your dogs. I saw somebody posting your dog today. You know, they posting the dog. You know, it got, look at the pedigree. It got Sabre 2000 in there. I bet you, it was a puppy. Good thing it was a puppy. Because if they've already been breeding that shit and those dogs been in circulation, and then these people find out that their papers are voided, ooh, I'll be hot. Hey, I will be hot. I will be hot. Come on, man. And you guys can hit up Buck City. You know, all you guys that have been wronged, you can tell your story, how he grifted you, right? Because it was all fraud, all a grift. Sabre 2000. Okay. Nah, man, that's not the dog, man. I know you guys are like, damn, why does he got this on the screen? Why This is what Busbee didn't want to come out. Busbee. Because Busbee has been acting real grusby. He's been acting real grusby lately. Come on, man. Sabre 2000. You're blocking out, scratching off serial numbers and shit. What kind of shit you got going on, man? What kind of shit do you got going on done got you banned from the whole registry with your snitch ass? Boy, oh boy. Oh, man. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, man. Let's see, hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. Let's get a moment of silence for Sabre 2000's paperwork. Everybody, let's get a moment of silence for Sabre 2000's paperwork. Attack of the grifters. The grifters are attacking now. They want that $300 YouTube check. They want that YouTube check. They talking about they got some clout. It's over, Busbee. It's over for you. It's over for you. It's over. Over. Dickie Foster with the super chat, super sticker. Appreciate you, my brother.
I never knew that I would do numbers like this. I make a move. I'm trying to win. Ain't trying to lose. I'm trying to win. Ain't trying to lose.
Yes, yes. Yes. Hey, man, appreciate the support. Appreciate the support. This one's brought to you by the sponsor, APBT Worldwide. They sponsor the next 30 shows. Salute to them. Dropping that bag. You dig? Yeah, that part. You guys don't know nothing about that. Them haters, they don't know nothing about that, man. Appreciate the support. You dig? The bad guy. The bad guy's here. Thompson. What's going on? Hey, look it. This is a dilemma, man. This is a dilemma. We never had a funeral for paperwork. Busbee, you got some explaining to do, brother. You got some explaining to do. There's people that want to know, right? And don't make us go through these pedigrees, man. Hold up. Don't make us go through these pedigrees so we can see who all got dogs. Yeah, man. We're gonna have to see, man. See how much peddling you've been doing, bro. We just checking on you, bro. See that mellow yellow and all that shit. Let's see how much real-time peddling you've been doing, homie. You've been peddling this shit, talking shit about everybody. Now your paperwork is voided. And it got your name right there with the serial number scratched off, dog. Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. And we got people that's willing to pop up and talk about this. So I don't know how far you want to go with this. And I've been had this info, you know. So like I said, PBK or Busbee, how far do you want to go with this, buddy? How far do you want to go with this? You care to bring some receipts? Let's check out your video, Busbee.
Some gonna like it and some ain't. Big shout out to all the pet lovers across the world, from one side of the globe to the other side of the globe. It don't even matter what kind of pet you're taking care of, as long as you're taking care of your pet. Big shout out to you. We got some dog talk to talk about today, because these brothers in this dog community, they say we elect you, PBK, as the 2025-2026 union president for this pit bull game. These brothers ain't gonna be
union president. This guy's really delusional, man. This guy's really delusional, man. Union president. Really? Union snitch. How about that? I think that suits you a little bit better, buddy.
Hitting us for these dogs. They ain't gonna be taking our money and treating us like we nobody, and they ain't gonna be giving us these fake ass sperm breeders and think we just gonna run with it. You see? No, man. I told y'all a long time ago when Miss Mims got out of bone kennel. Hold on, let me make sure everybody in here. Make sure.
Let's keep it 1,000. A why? See, you got this thing, and it's clear. One thing about you can't conceal your intention. Right? If you're going after somebody, it's 9 times out of 10 very clear why you're going after them. So let's break this shit down a little bit, right? Because you're going at Titan Kennels for the bona fide registry. Let's talk about that just for a hot second, right? Because when Miss Mims was getting out and the registry was for sale for X amount of dollars or whatever it was for sale for, Busbee, and I know you're working with the police for a fact, brother. I know it. Through your channel, everything you do is the police. They love you, man. I wouldn't be surprised if you get some free Christmas gifts just dropped off at your house, bro. Straight up. Okay? The truth is, you tried to get Miss Mims to front you the bona fide registry. That's why you're mad. That's why you are mad. Bonafide has a legacy. You know, that kennel club matters, right? The Mims family, everything, you know, the people that they relinquished the rights to the registry to, you know, this was done out of respect. And if you're young, some of these moves that play out, you know, you should look at that like, okay, yeah, this is something to be respected. You know what I'm saying? Like, we definitely got to take our hats off to Titan Kennels and the job that they've done to continue that and so that it didn't take a drop off. Like the registry didn't fall off because Judy doesn't have it anymore, or, you know what I'm saying, whoever, right? But instead, they're innovating. They're doing things that are positive for the breed. Right? And the thing is, you want to cling yourself to somebody like Titan Kennels even knows you. I had conversations with him. That's why I'm on this subject. If I didn't have direct conversations, I wouldn't even bring this up because it's pointless. Because at this point, everybody knows that this guy's a clown and he's a rat. So everything that comes after this is, you know, this is void, just like that paperwork, void, right? I bet you people are hitting your inbox right now asking you, hey, man, what are they saying that the paperwork is void? ADBA has gotten word of this. Just in case you didn't know, ADBA has already gotten word of this. So you can run around and do this, and you can do that, and you can do this. And this is why I told you guys, because you guys was pissed off. You guys was pissed off when I talked about that $500 puppy shit, right? Let's keep it 1,000, you know. Let's keep it 1,000. People was upset when I talked about that $500 puppy. And then I said, if the dog was $2,500, $3,000, this clown wouldn't even be able to have one. He wouldn't even be in this game. So we're not trying to shit on people that only got 500 or they need to spend that 500, or somebody that needs to sell that puppy for 500. But we're saying that the floodgates are open for the bullshit, right? Right? Now, if you want to disagree with that, I think you're just out here for personal gain. You just want it to be a shit show forever, right? You don't want it to be good for the breed. You want to continue to peddle low quality animals that are not going to get the proper care that they need because people don't value them because they paid a low price. And I want my dogs, anything with my bloodline on it, anything with Buck City on it, I want it to go for the top dollar because I want somebody to take pride in that shit. Either you're going to pay top dollar or you're going to get that shit for free because we care about your program and we want to build with you. You let people get the dogs for the low ticket, is always going to be something popping up down the road. This guy was able to get some Waccamaw dogs because Waccamaw was selling their dogs extremely cheap. Right? Let's be honest. For a kennel that's been in there 30 years and, you know, you got 30, 40 years in, you know, their prices were exponentially cheaper than a lot of the other kennels. So then they get dudes like this, and that gives you a whole bad name, even when he give dudes shout outs on his videos. Then he came out a whole snitch. You know, when you're doing all those videos with J-Bo and all those guys, you know, you guys having a good time doing those videos, you guys making content, and that's cool. But everybody thought that you were solid back then, though. Now you're trying to regurgitate the videos, and it sounds kind of funny, bro. It's like, bro, these dudes don't even deal with you no more. They don't even deal with you no more, bro. Right? That's all I'm saying, bro. You know, you could shoot the messenger. You could get mad. You could do whatever you want. Your G pass is void, man. Everybody thought that you were solid. People thought that you had some type of credentials, dog. They didn't think that it was going to break down like this. I was just getting on you because you got at me, bro. It wasn't about me actually knowing that you kicked a wire up under a car, brother. This is crazy. Then you don't want to address me for what? This should be the first person you address is me, not going after everybody else like a beta male simp. Mangina. So what is the excuse going to be when people have to get rid of your dogs or whatever? I don't know what's going to happen to those poor dogs. I really don't. If they were on my yard, I'll get rid of them. I just don't have time for the lack of integrity. I'm tired of it. There's got to be some point when you just say, you know what? I'm not going to deal with any more bullshitters anymore. And now's the time. The paperwork is out. Your file has been voided. Everything that comes down off of Sabre 2000, that includes Mellow Yellow, all those dogs. I don't know if JD Hogs bred like that. I don't know, buddy. I don't know. I don't know, man. It might be a bunch of those dogs around that now don't have registry. Those dogs are going to have to go seek asylum somewhere else. Right? You brought this on yourself, buddy. What up, Mike Dan? Salute. Union County, what up? He said he's starting my own registry. Hybrid Vigor dogs. Only you need 3 recommendations to register with a. Nah, you know, that's what's up. I know this guy won't be able to register. Only thing he can register as a SF, a SA. You know, salute, J-Bo. I know you mad that this dude be posting old videos with you too, bro. Because you know, it'd be good videos. You know, I'd be checking them out. You know, you guys was cooking, but it's like, bro, that's when everybody thought that he wasn't a rat. I just thought he was dry snitching on me, and I thought it wasn't the thing to do, and I knew there was something wrong with his character. That's what it was, bro. Like, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. We didn't know that you was gonna go out bad like this, bro. I'm sorry. I didn't see this coming. I didn't. I knew you was a custer, and real motherfuckers don't do whole shit. I know that. I live by that. But I didn't know that the cat was gonna come out the bag and you kicked the wire up under the car, and the evidence, you know, you can't refute the evidence at all. You making video after video after video, trying to run up your little $250, $300 on YouTube every month, bro. That's not the way to do it. That's not the way to do it, brother. I'm sorry. That's not how you move, man. In 2025, 2026, that's not how you move, bro. You're done. I want you to step down right now, man. Your paperwork is void. The grift is over. That's what people are saying. They're like, take your pride and just get off of YouTube altogether, bro. Nothing you says means anything. Nothing. You could talk shit about whoever you want. It don't mean nothing. Nothing, brother. Absolutely nothing. You know? So until you could fix that up, you know, I don't know. I don't know what you're going to do, but you need to fix that shit. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe. You know, hit that subscribe button. You know how we do. We're going in. We're going in. We're going in. Attacking the grifters. The grifters, they're attacking. They're trying to hit everybody, bro. Don't bring people up in your shit, especially if you're not on their level. That's my thing, you know. Titan Kennels don't know you, bro. Like, whatever you try to act like you know, like a young dude might think you got some motion, bro. That's what you trying to do, bro. I know you ain't slick, bro. You want to be able to act like you know niggas and shit. Like, you don't know Buck City, dog. I gave you a free one, man. I entertained the bullshit that you was on just because I felt like, you know what? Let me get it in. Let me monetize these channels off of this dude's head. I know everybody's going to tune in, get it in, you know, monetize off this dude's head. Then we taking off. I got other business ventures, bro. I had a whole plan when I was sitting down, bro. When I get out, what I was going to do, bro. I didn't know how everything was going to play out in but it was going to be something big, bro. Salute Vad Kennels, brother. Salute my brother. Hold up, CC's crying. you know. So this is what we do. This is what we do when we got the receipts. You know, we got to put the receipts up. Got to put the receipts, like the receipts that you didn't show. Right? You said dudes is telling on people, calling the police to people's yard, bro. I think, you know, only person that's doing shit like that is you, bro. You're trying to put the blame on somebody else, brother. Everybody, there's been people popping out, the Woodworks, nonprofit organizations, allegedly that, you know, you're working with people, bro. They're paying you off for your good work, trying to bust people. Hey, J-Bo said, I missed my little 250 a month. And I know your channel was jumping way harder than his, though. You see what I'm saying? But one thing I respect about you, J-Bo, you did that shit non-confrontational, bruh. That's commendable, bruh. Somebody that really got a history and can really get up here and talk these dogs and don't need nobody to hold their hand, you know, that's commendable, brother. You know what I'm saying? You'll run that shit back up. Make another one, bruh. You know, Buck City's always here, man. We chop it up, man. Do some show. I'll come on your shit, you know. Your shit could be fired. You know why? Because when I did my research, your name checked out. You know, they didn't say that you was telling on motherfuckers. They didn't say, you know, when we asked about this guy, all the allegations and shit pop up. That's not how you do business. At the end of the day, you know, at the end of the, this all we got, bro. We don't know each other. You know, most of us is homies and you know, off of good faith, bro. Just off of good faith and just the strength, bro. You know, like, hey, man, you know, we're gonna build, you know, it's all one common cause, you know, and that's all we got, bro, is our word, bro. And then we got dudes like this popping into the community thinking that it's sweet. You know, your paperwork really got voided. This is not a fake video, bro. You guys could call Bonafide. You could call whoever you want to call, bro. This guy's paperwork is no longer good. It's over. You're going to have to get a new bloodline. Maybe somebody will sell you a dog for 500 and then you could breed him at 9 months because that's what you've been doing. Right? That's what you've been doing. You know, I got to put this one up here, man. I got to put this up here. You know, I don't know, Ready Red. One of my partners be talking to him. You know, I got a partner that be tired kicking him and shit all the time. A good dude though. You know, be tired kicking him. But other than that, I don't really know Ready Red. I know that enough people know him to where he would be under some type of scrutiny, or you know, we would look at him differently if he's making these type of claims, bro. You know, Albert Ramirez sent the police to my house, and the next day, this post back in 2022, guess what I sent back? You don't know I was divinely protected, and you did Titan Kennels, or what you did to Titan Kennels. So you know, I don't know, man. I don't know all of this. You know, there was a little bit attached to this, right? There was this attached to it. I don't know if this is Macho Buck Kennels or, you know, I don't know, bruh. I don't know what to believe. Maybe he could pop up and answer this, or, you know, send me a message, you know, to clear this up. You know, if this is true, right? If this ain't no fake message, I don't know. Maybe this is an email. Maybe it's not, brother. Don't fuck with me. I will send the fucking police to your spot. I know what you have been up to. I don't know, brother. You tell me. You tell me. Albert, you know, I had a lot of respect for Albert, man. I hope this isn't true. But as it looks, it's either gonna go on Ready Red for lying, or it's gonna go on Albert for doing the shit. That nobody's too big for this. Just because you sold a bunch of dogs back in the early 2000s, 2010s, and you know, motherfuckers been eating good. Motherfuckers been eating top sirloins and shit. You know, New York strips and you know, barbecue shrimp and you know, all of this broccoli au gratin and shit. You know, everything's been all good, and people got, you know, they get real complacent. You know, you call one of my partners, a guy that I was talking to about that haunch dog and shit. You know what I'm saying? I heard you, you know, you was talking slick about Michael Myers, bruh. You know, I didn't really expect that, dog. How we got introduced, you know, through a good mutual friend that got a lot of respect out here in these dogs. You know, a guy spent a lot of money with you. You know, you guys have relationships and did things. You know, he had litter mates to Macho Buck and shit. You guys did breedings together and shit. You know, I just didn't think that when it comes to some money or it comes to competition that people would say things behind the scenes. I never really got down like that. And I heard it with this. I heard this with my own ears. This isn't something that somebody can doctor up and type up, you know. Like dudes are really slandering dudes behind closed doors, bro. You know, if people ask about your dogs or people do this, it's a lot of slander going on, dog. It's a lot of thirsty bulldogging going on. And I heard that with my own ears. So you could deny it if you want. I heard it with my own ears. You said Michael Myers wasn't even bred the way he's bred. He's not a Mayday dog. And that's the most ridiculous, hating, jealous shit that I ever heard, bro. And I didn't expect it from you. So I'm not gonna put this shit past you, brother. I'm not. And we want to know about this. Ready Red, we want to know. Is this shit true? You know, it's on my desk for a reason. Did this guy really say he gonna call the police on you? Who's sending the police to who? Of course, the retarded ass PBK gonna say Titan did it. Right? I'm just saying, dog. You know what time it is, man. Wake and fucking bake, man. What you guys looking so fucking sad for? Huh? He said, where's that email from? Man, we want to know, Mike Dan. Shit. You tell me where it's from. You tell me it's on my desk. God damn it. You know, Hardy Dogs. What up, brother? And just what Titan has done for the game. You brought it up at a time too, because Titan Kennels has a real good relationship with Floyd Bujo. He brought him out for that birthday show. You know, that was a historical show. Like 20 years from now, we're going to be still seeing images and, you know, memories and stuff that was shared at that show. A lot of good dog, man. You know, that was an important time in the American Pit Bull Terrier. You know, it was back on the upswing. You know, things were looking on the up and up kind of right before everybody started getting cracked again, all over again. You know what I'm saying? That was a good time. And Titan Kennels, out of most people that I know, had a really good relationship with Mr. Floyd. So he really don't have time to deal with this dumb shit. And I told him, like, dude, people don't really pay attention to this guy. And I mean, I think I'm correct about that. Nobody takes anything that this dude takes seriously, bro. We need to know it's far too much on your plate that you need to be worried about everybody else. That's all I'm saying, you know. Mr. Busbee. Your paperwork is void. Paperwork is void, right? Right. What are you gonna do? Hey, Q, what up, brother? You know, them dogs is trash. Trash heap. You know, you got a lot of dudes. Hold up, man. It looked like D-Man done bred some shit to that bitch. Hold up. So he, you know, everybody gonna be mad now. You know, D-Man. I know Casino Life. Where you at, Casino? I know you don't come over here because I'm getting on your dad. You know, you don't want to fuck with us. You know, we just put good spotlight on you, brother. You know, now all of a sudden, you know, you don't fuck with us. That's cool because we fuck with us. You feel me? If this is a table, some motherfuckers ain't gonna be able to sit at the table because of the type of silverbacks that's sitting at that table. You know what I'm saying? We ain't tripping. We showed you love. APBT magazine, you know what I'm saying? I could count on my hands how many times I've seen some of you guys promote this shit. You know? But I know you got one of them dogs that you be showing shit. The paperwork is void, bro. This don't have nothing to do with Buck City. I'm just putting a message out there. I'm just a messenger. Don't get mad at Buck. Everybody that have one of these dogs, Peter Goyko, I think Goyko has one off of Sabre 2000 and JD Hogg, or maybe JD Hogg is off for Sabre 2000. I don't know. I don't know which one it is. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it is, right? With the legit paperwork, man. Raleigh boy, hey, come on now. Salute to all the real dog, man, with the real damn paperwork, man. Get that magazine. You know what it is. This ain't just a magazine. It's a movement. The American Pit Bull Terrier. Real dogs, real yards, real history. From legendary bloodlines to modern breeders, keeping the flame lit. Yard spotlights, breeding knowledge, controversy, culture. This is for the ones who walk it like they talk it. No fluff, no fakes, just dog man, dog woman, and dogs. Grab your issue now, support the culture. Because the legacy don't live online, it lives in print. Hey, man, support the magazine. Support the magazine. We got a lot coming. You know, I want you guys to stay tuned, man. Keep hitting up that Amazon. Get that volume 3. I got all the links in the bio. We're trying to get better at putting those links in the bio so people won't have to ask, how do you order this? How do you order that? I think this is volume 2 right here. There's a link right there for volume 2. There's a link. Go ahead and grab that magazine, man. Support what we got going on, man. You can get volume 3 on Amazon. Y'all don't need none of your info or nothing. You order that motherfucker, they send it straight to your house, man. You know, we're not playing around, man. Let's get it back how it used to be, man. Let's get some structure in here, man. He said it. I'm telling you, boy. Look it. I'm here with you, son. I'm here with you, son. This is over with, dog. This is over with. We can say whatever we like, but if they just came in there and said, hey, all Michael Myers dogs, all everything offer, you know, that would be a travesty. That would be a travesty, man. That would be a travesty, man. That would be a travesty if think about it, Thompson. They just say, and this wouldn't happen because you don't do fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? You're not in everybody's fucking business, you know, for one. But let's just hypothetical. If they just called and said that one of your dog's paperwork got voided. So that means you got to go through the whole matrix system, dog, and look at every dog that was bred to this dog, came off of this dog, grandkid to this dog. Every dog gets voided. I don't think we understand what's going on here, right? He said he went to the first Bujo party. They had felt so out of place, like I didn't deserve to be there. How they look at us, man, felt like we dick riding, left, never again. Damn, man. I'm sorry you had that experience, man. That's why I stand on my swivel, bro. It ain't no dick riding, nothing. You know, I wouldn't give a fuck. You know, I wouldn't give a fuck, man. Oh, yeah. No, I got you, brother. We got this new, I guess I could say it. I got something dropping New Year's. I got something dropping New Year's, and there'll be some supplements up in there for you. I got to keep it there, though. I got to keep it all there. I don't want to say too much. But the days are creeping. The days are creeping, brother. Stay with me, the Hard Way Kennels. Stay with me, brother. We got this. So, J-Bo, man, just yes or no, man. J-Bo, just yes or no. And this going to be funny or whatever, man. You can answer it however you want to answer it, or you don't got to answer it. Would you like it if this idiot would stop playing old videos of you and him on the same panel? Would you like that? Yes or no? Or you don't care, right? Yes, no, or you don't care. Would you like this clown to stop acting like because he wants to cling on to you. He's trying to cling on to your legacy, brother. I'm telling you what he's doing. Okay? He wants to play these old videos and shit when he thought he had it popping, coming up on here, dry snitching and shit. And what's up with going hard? What's up with them? You know, I ain't said much about it. I wonder if somebody gonna say something. I seen that clip. I seen that clip, man. Somebody over there, I don't know which brother it was. One of y'all looked like you got arrested for child abuse, brother. What's up with that? I don't fuck with that, bro. I don't fuck with that. You know, I know they don't fuck with me. I ain't heard them say nothing about the magazine on their channel either. You know, what's up? What's happening? What's popping? You know, we pull up on your lawn. We ride up on your lawn. What's up? What's popping? What's up with that charge? How did that happen? You want to explain that shit? Huh? Oh, J-Bo don't want to answer that question. Come on, man. Yo, you guys didn't see it, huh? Okay. No, you guys didn't see it. You guys didn't see that shit? You guys didn't see that, huh? It said it. I saw it. I saw it. Answer the shit. I answered all my shit. I sat up here and I answered all the shit. Motherfuckers call in telling me what I'm supposed to be doing, all this shit. What's going on? Court dates, all this shit. I answered it all. I answered it all. I answered all the hard questions. I show all my D's on my report card. How about you motherfuckers? It's a lot of fake motherfuckers out there, I tell you. Boy. It's a lot of fake motherfuckers. You know? And I don't know. I don't give a fuck. You know, hey, answer the questions. That's what this is a transparent community right here, man. We transparent. Answer the fucking question. Answer the question. Ain't nobody too big in this community to answer the fucking question, homie. Answer the question. See, motherfuckers want to talk about a shitty kennel, but what's up with them kids? What's up with that? You got arrested? What? How you accidentally get arrested for that? Answer it, nigga. Answer it, motherfucker. That's what I'm talking about, dog. There's too many bitches around here. You know? You motherfuckers don't stand on nothing. This motherfucking PBK will never eat at the table with a real boss. Never. Never, nigga. You niggas stop. YouTube shit. I don't give a fuck about YouTube. I'm a savage before anything. Don't never forget that. I dumb the fuck out. You know, I try to be a changed man, a family soccer dad. You know, don't let that soccer dad shit fool you though, homie. Fuckers don't know who I am. You know, we don't tolerate this shit. I walk main line. You know, my paperwork was good. Where's your paperwork at, homie? Oh man, I got my shit right here. Here, there you go. You know what I'm saying? There you go, homie. Ain't no smut on my name. These fake ass papers, everybody wants to know. Oh, you guys just gonna forget all about it, huh? Nah, man. Call that motherfucker up and get a refund. Call that motherfucker and get a fucking refund for them trash ass dogs. I told you that shit. I told you, dumb motherfuckers. Told you, Debo. Told you. Sabre 2000, Busbee. Fucking Earl Busbee. Slap his ass to the fucking ground. He's the one that'll get the police to your house, not Kennels that's not even worried about your dumb ass. Where's the proof at? Everybody else got all these emails and shit. We see all these emails and what everybody say is transparent these days. One screenshot away from being homeless. You know? You know I got to give you a show, dog. You know I got to give you a show. Because I could have just said what I said in 5 minutes and been off of here. You know? Yeah, you know he gonna PC up. He ain't walking on main line, man. He ain't doing. I get respected. It ain't no way to brag about that, dog. Cause I'm ashamed of some of the shit. I remember I was up in the gym at Walla Walla. They had Gary Ridgway. Look him up. Green River Killer. Gary Ridgway's bitch ass was up there. You know, he was in 6 wing. He was in the matter of fact, he was in he was in 6 wing. No, he was in 7 wing. I was in 6 wing. 7 wing is PC. 8 wing is the other goons over there in 8 wing. You know what I'm saying? And hold on, let me see. Yeah. Yeah. So don't for a second think that I'm stunting, you know, when I say I walk main line and you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers respected it, you know, everything, you know, because those were the worst times of my life. I gotta always put that in there. You know, I don't want to make it seem like I'm glorifying some shit that I worked so hard for to get out of that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I was up in the gym and we was playing hoop and shit, you know, motherfucker getting that cardio up. You know, we running 7, 8 games, you know, 5, 6 games and shit. You know, we running. And he I shot the ball. I hit the side of the fucking backboard and shit. I did some dumb shit, you know, hit the side of the fucking backboard. You know, it was a terrible shot. And this motherfucker, his name was Ray D. Tall, goofy motherfucker. He's like, oh man, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. I said, for what? And he was like, man, you see, that was a terrible shot. You know what I'm saying? I should be ashamed of myself. I said, man, I'm ashamed to be in here. Like, I'm ashamed of that. That my mom's fucking son is in the fucking penitentiary, dog. I'm ashamed of that. You know, straight up. Lamont Grant, what up, brother? Yeah. Now, this is crazy work, man. Bro, death to the paperwork. Paperwork, boy, it's done. You see it, it's out here. Pass the word around if you need to, you know. And you know, that's how we gonna do it. Support the channel, though. Get that volume 2. Hit up that Amazon APBT magazine. It should pop up. If it don't, hit APBT magazine vol 3, volume 3 or vol 3. I don't know which one is gonna pop up under. Both of them pop up when I do it. APBT magazine on Amazon. We're saying right now, you go there, there's only one magazine on there. You're gonna look up, it's gonna be 20 magazines on there, man. We're not fucking around, man. NFA, not fucking around. You dig? That's some hometown shit right there, man. NFA. So I don't know what you gonna do, Grimace. I don't know. Grimace and y'all, you know, you guys got all them dogs and shit. You know, I don't know what y'all gonna do. 80 ADBA's been notified. So it's only a matter of time that you could keep running this play right here. This play right here, I'm pretty much washed up to shore. And you know, I don't know how much longer the Pelicans just gonna keep coming at me, or yeah, he don't want to come at me. You know, he don't want to come at me because I'm just sticking straight to the point, bro. Where's the wire? Like, bro, don't come at me. You need to be answering that question about that goddamn wire, like I said, dog. And it wouldn't be, and I do the same thing, bro. If there was something that I was hiding from that I know damn well that I should be addressing, and I'm just not addressing it just because, you know, out of whatever, like, come on now. We're not doing that, man. Come on. Come on. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man. They be hacking it, man. I damn near got into so many fights up in there, man, playing that basketball, man. Yeah, nah, I'm telling you, yeah, I'm a gladiator, though, man. I get in, man. Once I get in there, because I'm not just gonna sit around. I see a whole bunch of other motherfuckers in tip-top shape and shit. I'm about to just be sitting around, bro. So I'm gonna get in shape and I'm gonna be able to run with the motherfuckers. I was a whole lot younger though. You know, I was I was like in my mid-20s and shit, you know, 27, 28, you know, around that time. So, you know, I was way quicker. My hand speed, you know, I could I could probably punch you in the nose twice before you even knew I hit you once. You know, like my hand speed was ridiculous back then. So now, you know, I just use a little bit more precision. Just stay away from dummies, man. That's how I do it. And in this dog game, you got to move with precision because I don't have time to jump in the whip and hit the GPS and go to your house. And, you know, I don't have time for that, man. I'm just not going to deal with people that are faking paperwork, bro. You know, I'm not going to put my precious yard and I'm trying to build. And, you know, in the casino guy, you know, I give him props, dog. You know, he might not have been in the dog game for a long time, but on Facebook, you know, the kid's viral. You know, he's a viral guy on Facebook. You know, he posts all the time. He posts his dog and shit every day and shit, you know, and when you do that type of shit, you build your brand up high. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how he's doing on other platforms like Instagram and shit, but I know for a fact when I saw him on Facebook, he had dozens and dozens and dozens of videos that do thousands and thousands and thousands of views, bro. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he don't got a video that did a million or 500,000. He probably do. I'm just not looking through the man's catalog like that. But when you're building your shit up, you know, Pelican don't got no respect for what you're trying to build. He gonna say you anything. He gonna tell you that his dogs are the best and all this shit, even though we can't never see one of them in no dog show because he's too busy sticking dick to the dog. You know? So when you get caught up in that and these dudes, it's like a motherfucker selling lemons, man. You know, he know his car ain't no good and he gonna sell you the car. I remember I got beat, man. My first two cars I bought, dog, they was from some bitch ass niggas, dog, that man, I never fuck with these guys, bro. You know, they saw me hustling, you know, I'm trying to have some money and shit. They sold me these piece of shit ass cars knowing that them cars wasn't shit, bro. And maybe that's good that they wasn't shit because I probably would have got myself in some trouble. You know, maybe God was watching over me, man. You know, I look at it like that. Maybe, you know, maybe not, you know. Let me see these guys. Let me see. Let me get this call.
Man, this shit crazy. Pay attention, keep your eyes open. Be the ones next to you. Yeah, they'll fall on you. Yank God. Fell in love with it, jumped off the porch in it. Got dope in different spots and I be all through the city. I can feel it in my veins, I be whipping cocaine. Watch it lock in the pot, my niggas smoking propane. Let the porridge cool down, water running in the sink. Man, I love to cook dope, I don't even think I blink. So many niggas in a way, they gon' make the ship sink. I done seen niggas fold, tell stories to police. I got caught with the blicky, 2 times it get tricky. Took a case for my bros, felt like they wasn't with me. Niggas run when it get sticky, do it moving and get busy. Man, I know that I was trapping hard, I know what come with it. Gotta stick and move your own mans, turn into a whip. My own homie set me up, try to pull a okie doke. Put him in a chokehold, standing on my 10 toes. It be the closest ones to you, in the end, they just fold. Fell in love with it, jumped off the porch in it. Got dope in different spots and I be all through the city. I can feel it in my veins, I be whipping cocaine. Watch it lock in the pot, my niggas smoking propane.
These niggas goofy, always trying to be like the next nigga. Like your shit don't stink. Go tell that shit to somebody else, cause I ain't buying that shit. You could gas them goofies up, not me. I could give a fuck. All that bullshit cap, that goofy shit don't faze me, cause I know who I am. You could tell them lies to them niggas that don't know me. But when I come around, I'm like they OG. Nigga ran it up, and I ain't even been out 2 weeks. In Zambia, I got a money demon on me. Nigga, I can't sleep. When they came and got me from that last spot, I thought it was OV. Niggas always crying about this and that. I ain't worried about it. I took my lick on the chin like a man.
Fell in love with it, jumped off the porch in it. Got dope in different spots and I be all through the city. I can feel it in my veins, I be whipping cocaine. Watch it lock in the pot, my niggas smoking propane.
Yep. Yep. Hey, man, look, beware. Beware, man. These dudes, they're not standing on nothing, bro. I'm telling you. You could think it's a joke, you know, and you'll be in for the rude awakening. That's how it is. They don't got no good dogs. Disrespect everybody. Right? No motion. Get up on YouTube and act like you got motion. That's not the same motion, bro. It's not, you know. Sorry to say, I ain't trying to bust nobody's bubble. I'm not trying to act like I'm just a big Willie, you know, but no motion with these dudes, and they went around acting like they're doing something because they got this channel. I remember he used to try to flex on me, like, oh, yeah, I got the biggest channel. When I first came home, like, oh, yeah, I got the biggest channel. I got the biggest motherfucking channel. Like, bro, it's not about that. It's not about that, bro. What the fuck are you doing off of here, man? Anybody could do good on YouTube, you know. But boy, boy, boy. Boy, man, I tell you. Boy. Paperwork. Paperwork void. Busbee. You know, I think everybody got a little belt to ass today, though. We want to, and hey, maybe we'll visit it, maybe we won't. Just because we're not visiting it, don't mean we don't want to know no answers, man. Ain't this was a multi we need to know. We need to know. Smash the like button. Smash that button. You know what it is. We going in for the long haul. You know. Yeah. Mike, Dan, that's platinum right there, man. Be careful who you get a dog from, right? And yeah, it might not come out as fast as this creep. It might take you years to find out that your dog's is void. Everything you built for. Everything you tried to build. We talk about paperwork, whose dog got paperwork. Now, dudes woke up this morning. Yesterday, they went to sleep. They had paperwork. Now they wake up the next day, and now my paperwork is no good. Man, Pelican, bro, you got bigger fish to fry. I usually tell you to come on back with the response and all of this and worry about who kicked the wire under the car and stuff. But after today, after all these dudes are going to call you up and say that they seen your signature on motherfucking YouTube, and it says that you fake some paperwork, brother, I think that your day is going to be cut out, man. He said, yeah, you was on one today. Woo! Hey, man, salute to you. You know, I want to give y'all a good show. Sometimes I dip off of my little cubby hole. I be working on so much shit. I be like, you know what? I ain't even going to go live, but, you guys are my favorite people anyway. Even some of the busters, you guys is, because you're learning. You're just going to be like my little homie. You just a little buster, but you're learning though. You're not going to do no shit like this, right? You might not have been the one to recognize the game right off the gate. Everybody don't recognize the game right off the gate. Sometimes it takes time. And now, if you pick the Pelicans team and you pick Team Mike, I would have to say Team Mike is doing a whole lot better. You know, I think if you would have got Team Mike to promote your shit, I think it would have been a whole lot better. I think if you would have went to Team Mike to get your motherfucking dogs, it would have been a whole lot better. If you would have collaborated with Team Mike and all of that, man. And we're not stopping. New partnerships on the way, new growth, breaking in, proving our worth. That's what we're doing. We're showing people that we're priceless. Our worth is it doesn't run out. The worth doesn't run out. The cup runneth over. Right? That's the value that we bring. And we know it. We know we bring value. People know it. I'm going to start giving out consultations, man. You want to build a yard? You really want to stay, you know what? Fuck this shit. I want to build a fucking yard. You really want to do that? Hit me up. I'll show you how to build a yard. I'll personally hand select your yard. That's what a boss can do. This little clown can't do none of that shit. Can't do none of it, man. I hope you guys got them the magazine. Terry Judge, you get the mag, brother? Hope you all got the mags, man. Salute everybody. Salute all the support, man. It's more to come. It's more to come. We're not just stopping right there. This shit ain't over, bro. We just getting started. You know? Now we got this clown out the way. He's done. You can't be over here. There's never been dudes running around with their papers voided, man. It just doesn't add up. You got some explaining to do, brother. And when you're done explaining the paperwork shit, then if it's only fair, because I'm letting you get out of this, the wire situation. You know, once you get through handling that, going through all the proceedings about this motherfucking paperwork, I don't know if you guys are going to have to do DNA. I don't know. Nobody's believing you now, bro. Credibility. If your credibility's shot, brother, it's done. It's just a matter of time. Nobody's going to buy no dogs. Your puppy sales. You got in this shit for puppy sales. You got to be a stupid motherfucker to ruin. You got in this shit and ruin your sales. You ruined it. The very thing that you was working so hard to get. No, listen. ADBA has been notified, man. I think because I be jumping up here and clowning too much. So maybe people ain't understanding what I'm fucking saying. ADBA has already been notified, and it is a all-out beware of paper hangers. It's real. This shit is real, my brother. It's real. This is the disco shit. This is that Johnny Depp shit right here, man. This is that Johnny fucking Depp right here, bro. Then you're telling everybody, like, you don't even have the permission to say anybody's calling the police on nobody. All the police shit that you've done, you don't even have permission to accuse anybody of telling on nobody. Is that fair? Oh, yeah. Not he already. You like that? Hey, JFD. You like that, don't you? You like that. You like that? I'm like Kirk Cousin. You like that? You like that shit? The fuck out of here, man. Shit. I don't even need to go 2 hours on this dude. Man, you was baked. You're baked. You're looking like a half-baked raisin. You look like a burnt raisin, dog. This motherfucker looked like a grape that sat, motherfucker kicked that motherfucker on the ground. It sat in the corner, nigga, for about 2 weeks. Bro. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Everything you worked for. You got up here talking shit about everybody. Talking shit about the dog, and then next week you got the dog. Grand champion hog. I know you remember that. I know you guys remember that. See, one thing I gotta ask is, how do these dummies get so much credibility? Where does it come from? Where does the credibility? Like, once I see a guy talk shit about Grand Champion Hog and then pop up 2 weeks later with the puppy down off a Grand Champion Hog, right there, it's done. It's over. But we give this guy chance after chance after chance after chance after rickets after ricket after 9-month-old dogs breeding after 9-month-old dogs breeding after putting JD Hog up here for stud at 11 months. I busted him up. He said he was steal people's dogs. Okay? And he was really snitching on this video. That's why I got this shit. He was really snitching.
Everybody up in here, we just started, man. But I told y'all when Ms. Mims got out of Bonafide, what the situation was going to be. You know what I'm saying? I've been told y'all that, right? So everything is unfolding now. Everything is unfolding, and from what I've seen, Kennel, he like to keep threatening people. He gonna call the police, or he ain't threatening. He calling the police. Big Kennels, man. when he start speaking their mind, when that dollar bill is in the way, they want to call the police.
No, you running around on some bullshit. Your name ain't never gonna be synonymous with no big kennel, nothing. You done. Your hopes and dreams is done. You came over here, you was breeding German Shepherds. You was scooping German Shepherd shit. You was scooping German Shepherd shit. Okay? That's what you was doing. You was doing that shit, dog. Now I'm making sure everybody watch out for your ass, man. This Sabre 2000 is done. You creeped over here, tried to slip into the community, because out of the dog community, we got the best community. Let's be real. I done did hundreds of videos, bro. People still watch. People fuck with this shit like it's new dope. Some of them old videos we got, man, if I would have had an intern to really fuck with my channel for real, we could have blew this shit off the walls, because the replays and all the clip this, clip that, we're viral. This channel's viral, bro. It's too many viral moments, too many crackhead moments, too many wire under the car moments, too many. You know where you at. You know where you at. Hit that subscribe button. You know where you at, man. Let's get it in, man. If I shot you a text on the back street this last couple weeks, tap in with me, man. We got something really good going on. I shot some texts in the back street, brother. We got something going on, and if you want to be involved, hit me up. You know how to get a hold of me. We got something good going on. It's about putting yourself in the positive light, man. Doing those extra steps to get the result that you want, right? Not sitting back waiting for a lane to open up, but opening that lane. So tap in with me, man. Tap in if you need magazines, if you need t-shirts, anything you need. When I put my number up there, that's my business line. Shoot me a text. We'll figure it out, man. You trying to get interviews in? I'm doing interviews to the end of the year, no charge. If you got a channel, you want to do an interview, you want to ask me some hard questions, you want to ask some questions about breeding to make your content, whatever it is, I'm working, man. I'm gonna show you. This is what you do, not dry snitch on people. I'm trying to tell people that there's a way to make good content without snitching on people, bruh. Without putting people's personal information on here, man. You feel me? You see, I scratched off the guy's phone number. You look at this shit. If you look, well, it was another page, and it had the phone number and shit. You know, the goddamn address and shit. You know, I don't do that, even though what this dude do to me, right? Evolution Kennels. I don't talk about their dogs. And when people call me and ask me about what I think about Evolution's dogs, Brindle Day dogs, a dude hit me yesterday. He got a Brindle Day dog. He trying to breed. I don't say nothing bad, bro. I thought that was a shot, dog. I was like, bro, damn, he just talked about the dog, just, you know, like I ain't shit. You know? So we want to know about this. Ready Red, you know, I don't know. Maybe this is real. Maybe this is not. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I never met Ready Red. You know, I'm pretty sure we could chop it up one of these days, or maybe not. You know, it ain't gonna make my show stop, bro. My show gonna keep going. People get offended because we call out these allegations and try to hold everybody to the furnace. You know, we try to hold everybody to the furnace. If people get mad at that, you can't get mad at that. We're trying to clean up this community, going hard. You talk shit Tuesday, answer this question. What happened with the situation with the kid? They looked up your shit and they found this. Right? You're on YouTube, you're public. We're public figures. My name's been all over this shit. You know, if I was telling on somebody, if I did, you know, my shit's all over this motherfucker. You know, my name was the first name on this shit, just getting drug under the mud, right? Then we got this guy floating around. You know, don't forget about them drones. We talking about checking them chain spots. Don't forget about those motherfucking drones that them neighbors and these police is flying and trying to get information on your yard. Right? That's what's important. Not somebody's face that needs their identity hid and they're fighting the case. You don't want to put them in a negative light when they're fighting the case, brother. If they did what they did or not, you want to let them get just due process. So we're not going to stop, man. Yeah, SBS is a good guy, bro. You know, I have to say, you know, one thing about before this YouTube shit and all this shit, he'll tell you, man, that's my partner. That's a good friend of mine, bro. I should say that. SBS a good friend of mine, bro. I wouldn't go to his city without checking in. He wouldn't go to my city without hitting me up, man, and say, "Hey, Buck, I'm out here, man. Let's go get some fish and chips, or let's go, down by the water or something. Go fuck around." I fuck with him like that, bro. He ain't never had no reason to be dishonest about nothing. That's one thing about it. See, just because he's on that side, I know people. I know people that know people. Now this Pelican guy, he's been a douchebag from day one. Oh no, hey, listen. He's beyond the rear. It's done. We pulled all the plugs. We came in there, ripped all the wires up out the wall, right? We ripped all the wires up out the wall. But when you do that, there's still a couple more wires still connected. So we drove by and like, oh, them niggas, they think they still getting Wi-Fi and shit. They still, still getting Wi-Fi over this motherfucker. We ripped all that shit out today. It's done. You done, buddy. You done. You done. Nothing you can say. You tried to get Miss Judy to front you the bona fide. You would have beat her. She didn't know. And I know that's why she didn't do that deal with you. You tried to get bona fide. Look at this idiot would have had 100,000 people's addresses. You got to be more careful. Got to be more careful. You got to be more careful. Tried to get her to front him a registry. Front me a registry. I'll pay you back. Because I'm going to get up on here and I'm going to get everybody to try to register their dog so that Buck City could come through with the grenades and blow that shit to the ground. With your snitching and shit that you've been doing. You can't possibly think that you're going to be a public figure with a snitch jacket that big. The snitch jacket be shaped like that bite suit. Like when motherfuckers be trying to train an APBT to bite motherfuckers and shit, and they got that big ass bite suit on. That should be a snitch jacket. I'm a patent one. I'm gonna get one. It's gonna be a snitch jacket. It's gonna be big as fuck. It's a snitch jacket. You could use it for Halloween, whatever. I don't give a fuck. That motherfucker gonna cost $2,000. I wouldn't give a fuck. Buy that motherfucker. I ain't wearing that shit. I'm gonna make it though. It's gonna be called a snitch jacket, and it's heavy. Cause you wearing that motherfucker. You throwing that motherfucker. This is pretty goddamn bad. And I'm just making it worse. Because I could have been gone 30 minutes ago. I'm just making it worse. Hit the like button. If you want me to make it worse, hit the fucking like button, man. If you want me to get stupid, throw a cash app in the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Hey, do what you do, man. Do what you do. And we ain't getting 300 on this channel. My channel ain't even doing numbers to get 300 a month. It ain't even doing numbers. So I'm trying to let you know, dudes will throw you under the bus for nothing. No integrity. No integrity, bruh. No integrity. What the heliante? What the Halliburton? Smash that like button. You got your dude right here.
Y'all act like the police is y'all friends.
Oh no, you act like the police are your friends. Don't try to put that on us. Don't try to put that on us. Don't put that on us. 601 Mac with the $5 holla. Appreciate you, my brother.
I never knew that I would do numbers like this. I make a move. I'm tryna win. Ain't tryna lose. I'm tryna win. Ain't tryna lose.
Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you, my brother. Bloodthirst, what up, brother? Smash that button. We ain't done. Hang his bitch ass back up. Hang his ass back up on the fence. Hang his ass back up on the fence. I want to hit him in the ribs with this baseball bat. You feel me? The paper hangers. The paper hangers are notorious. These guys shouldn't be trusted. We hold this breed with integrity. Just the thought of somebody faking some papers. If you're a real dogger, if you really love these dogs, you really love your program, this should make you sick to your stomach knowing that people are just out here trying to pull the wool. Wow, how many more people's out here? You know, that's what I think. That's how I think. You know. That's what I think, man. That's what I think. I got some shit going on though, man. I love to, man. I would love to just flambe this boy some more. I would love to, but I got some shit to handle, dog. You know what I'm saying? You guys, man, keep it easy. Keep them dogs in a positive light. Always in a positive light. You know, no days off from that. Oh, they zapped me. They zapped me. But you get it. You know what it is, man. Keep them in that positive light. And don't go out like this, man. This is not a happy moment. Them rats, they always gonna try to do what they could do, man. Them rats, they always gonna try to creep in and do what they do. But the real one's gonna do what we do, and we're not gonna deal with this. Because you got a choice. You got a big choice, man. You got a major choice to make if you're gonna deal with this or not. It's not like we're stuck with bad people. You know, you deal with bad people by choice. And you only have to lie to me once. You only have to fake a paper one time for me to say, you know what? I'm dumb, even if you try to get new dogs, because he's just so slow. Because now what he's gonna do, he's gonna get rid of the Waccamaw dogs and go get some new dogs. You know, that's what he's gonna do. Right? After he all get on his show, oh, paperwork don't matter. And everybody else, you know, it don't matter, all this shit. Yeah, okay. Okay, bro. Okay. Okay. It don't matter. We out.
in my trousers. 200 of them bubble gums finna crop next week off top. I bleed the block and I pull up in a drop. Rockstar, I told heavy metal. I'm straight out the gutter by the sewer, yeah, the ghetto. Cold-blooded like Rick James. Yeah, I spit flames. Thanking God every day since this shit changed. Bismillah, yeah, I made it out. Giving attention, motivation, education. Yeah, this shit game. Staying on my pivot, not to mention. Watch these hoes stay on your toes. And never trust these bitches. I went from a cutlass to a fiscal. And I don't do the gram, baby, keep me out your mentions. I would never fold, I know niggas that done told. I got money in the attic, it's so old, it's about to mold.
In the hottest section with weapons and cocaine. 17 in the streets, hotter than propane. I'm on my toes, watch these hoes with bifocal frame. I been on these niggas' head like a migraine. In the hottest section with weapons and cocaine. 17 in the streets, hotter than propane. On my toes, watch these hoes with bifocal frames. Suicide doors on them, Kurt Cobain.
In your section, I be ripping while I'm flexing. 50,000 on my necklace, what's the question now? Kurt Cobain, I blew the brains in the drop head. Free my nigga out the feds, let me pop. I'm like propane. Yeah, I'm hot as a torch. Give me the ball, yeah, and watch how I scorch. 13 when I hopped off the porch. By 17, I was up on the court. I keep a weapon for protection. Don't get aggressive, I shoot like a missile. I'm trilled to the bone, all the way to the gristle. Kurt Cobain, yeah, suicide door. I'ma get it, sleet, hell, rain, or snow. Know I'm talking about sticking to the code, I don't know no other way. I'ma bleed the block, nigga, to God, open them gates, huh? Money, pound, ammunition, free that nigga long way. They call me streets, I'm really in these streets, like the song say.
In the hottest section with weapons and cocaine. 17 in the streets, hotter than propane. I'm on my toes, watch these hoes with bifocal frame. I been on these niggas' head like a migraine. In the hottest section with weapons and cocaine. 17 in the streets, hotter than propane. On my toes, watch these hoes with bifocal frames. Suicide doors on them, Kurt Cobain.